I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. I just want to know, have you ever signed a consent form before?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, this one basically it's an informed consent. I just want to let you know that everything you and I talk about, it's going to stay within you and I. It's not going to go anywhere. My job here is to get down to the root of your problems, to help you to make you feel comfortable. Everything that we talk about is confidential. I will not go out and disclose your information or give it to your mom or your dad. It's just for us. I do have my video camera on because I'm going to use this as a recording to go back and take notes. I am going to ask you to go ahead and sign your consent form that you consent to the video, um, and you consent to me being your social worker. At any time that you feel that um, I missed something or you're not comfortable and you want to look for another social worker, I'm more than happy to give them my notes. Um, it does look like per your insurance, you have about 6 sessions that are free. So if you decide that you wanted someone to come in, like your mom or your dad, to sit down with you, they're more than willing to come in with you. Do you have any questions for me so far?
Not so far.
I've been a social worker for a little over a year, and I do work with groups of teens who run into certain situations that just need help and guidance. And sometimes they like to be in a collaborative group where they can sit down and talk about certain situations and get ideas from each other. So, what brings you in today?
What brought me today was I just wanted to know, like, I need kind of help because I'm struggling with my life
Okay.
of school, college, bowling, and just where am I gonna be in a couple of years?
Okay. So, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
16.
And are you in high school? Okay. And what are your grades like?
A's and B's.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like you're struggling academically. Do you know what school you want to go to when you graduate high school?
I want to go to Wichita State in Kansas.
Okay, and what's your major going to be? What do you want to do when you,
Either psychology or physical therapy.
okay. So it looks like you're headed in the right direction. As far as school, do you know how you're going to pay for that?
Scholarship.
Okay, and have you applied for any scholarships?
Not yet, but I'm looking to try to get an athletic scholarship.
Okay, and have you visited any colleges yet?
Not so far.
Okay. So I think it would be good to sit down and start pulling up at least 5 good colleges that you want to go to, whether they're in state or out of state. See if they're going to be able to meet your criteria slash budget. If they offer what you want to do when you get out of, once you graduate, that way you can get that job that you so desire. Um, how do your parents feel about you going to school?
They want me to go to school. They're encouraging me.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you have a good support system. And I believe you said you bowl. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And is bowling, do you foresee bowling paying for you going to school or?
I see it paying a lot of it, at
Okay.
least.
So have you applied for any grants within the bowling department or?
No, not so far.
All right. Um, 3 point A's and B's. So you're about a 3.4 GPA. Um, I'm impressed. Seems like you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Um, as far as school, what's your biggest concern or fear?
Just not making it in life.
Okay, and is there something that kind of holding you back? Because it seems like you're doing really good from what you just told me.
Just, mental tricks that probably might occur here and there.
Okay. And have you talked to your family about these mental tricks?
No,
Okay. Are you scared to talk to them?
no.
Okay. Would you like to talk to them in here? Okay. And what's going through your mind when you have these mental things?
I just know that there's some tests here and there that I wonder if I will either pass it or I might fail it.
Hmm. Do you get tutored?
No,
Have you looked into getting tutored? Because if you're in high school, they should have a tutoring program.
I don't think tutoring works with the way I learn. So I just decide I do what's best.
And how do you learn?
I learn by just the things around me, asking questions and making sure I get clarification on things.
Okay, so you're more of a hands-on kind of person.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I gave you this math problem and it's already laid out, would you be able to figure it out?
Yes.
Okay. What about if I gave you this alternator that goes into the car and took out the pieces? Would you be able to put them back together by looking at it?
If I saw someone do it at first, I would probably be able to get it down the next time.
Okay. So it almost seems like you have one of those photographic memories. You have to look at something dead on and see how all the pieces and components are together and then be able to put it back together.
Mhm.
Are you one of those people that can watch something on YouTube and watch it once and go out and like patch up a hole because you already know how to do it? Or do you have to watch the video repeatedly?
It might take one or two times to watch it, and then it might take some time for it to process, and then I can probably do what I just learned.
Okay. So I think with this, I think it would be a really, really good idea. And it's just me. I would say try out the tutoring session. We have one. It's a really good one. We have it 2 days a week. I don't know what your schedule looks like. Or you can try one in your school and give it, I would say, a good 3 to 4 weeks, and see what you can get from them. Because even if they work the problem out on the board, they're working it out where you can see where that whole please excuse my dear Aunt Sally kind of thing. And once they break down the problem, I think that will kind of give you a good sense of how to maneuver forward or move forward with getting certain things figured out. Okay. I do have a group session, like I said, where young men come together and they collaborate. Would you be interested in sitting down with some other teens your age?
That would be a good session.
Okay. We do have that. I have that once a week, and it's on a Friday. They have snacks. Sometimes do you like pizza?
Sometimes.
Okay, we do have pizza, and the kids will come in and they'll talk about what happened throughout the week, and sometimes they'll give suggestions, especially if one needs one. And then I'll jump in. We do have one of our lead teams who actually leads the group, and I just kind of sit there and facilitate and watch. That's like I said, that's every Friday. Besides school, is there anything else that kind of gets in the way or deters you from wanting to do other things and options? Do you
No,
work?
I want to work.
Okay, have you gone out to look for a job or had applied?
I've looked at places that are hiring, and I've seen what I might want to do.
Okay, do you have your resume?
Not yet.
Okay, so I would suggest when you go home to work on your resume and bring it in to me next week. And then I will be able to sit down with you and kind of help you make sure that it looks good and it's edited and it's formatted. And that way, when you leave here, you should be able to apply for a job. But just because you want to work, I want you to think about all the things that you do. Like if you have friends outside of school and you're bowling, I don't know if you're active and you go to the gym, but you don't want to make too much time in working and then stop working and not enjoy the things that you actually like to enjoy to do. Okay?
I would like to start working only so I can start doing more things because with financial wise, my parents can't put me on the insurance. So if I can start working, I can start paying for that and do more things as well.
Okay. Are we talking about car insurance?
Talking about contract.
Okay. Um, do you know more or less if you had to pay for car insurance, what your portion would be?
Around 150, 180.
Okay. Is that total for everyone or is that an additional cost?
That adds on to the
Okay.
insurance.
So I'm guessing if your parents pay roughly 412 plus an additional 120, you would be about
500, 600.
526, 527-ish.
Somewhere.
Okay. Well, if you get any job, just remember that school always comes first and mental health and health wise, physical health. And just take into consideration that, you know, it sounds like you're obviously you have your driver's license.
Mhm.
So it's not an easy task So you do have to be careful because you're not just out there driving for yourself. You have to drive for people around you. And I'm pretty sure that kind of scares your parents too, huh?
Well, we already have one driving. We have my brother driving, so they probably it's out there.
Okay. Well, I totally understand financial stability and independence. So I will be more than happy to help you with your resume so you can go ahead and look for a job. Um, yeah, just bring your resume for me next week and we'll see what we can do, okay? Did I basically cover everything that you needed, or is there something else you want to talk about?
That's it.
All right, Jacob. So